Well, hey, good morning, everyone. I hope everybody's doing okay and doing good. I just wanted to come on here and share kind of a message and a message of hope and any kind of inspiration that comes to me. I'm going to try to make a habit to get it on here, just share it, and I would encourage you to also do the same thing because that's one thing we definitely need right now, and it's one thing that can help connect us all. The other day, I made a video, if you haven't seen that, and I just made a comment about how I noticed when I go to the store, people, they seem to have this fear of, that of each other, but it's a fear that they think that you are looking at them with the fear of, that you may give the virus to them, but they really want to connect, and it's like everybody's doing the same thing, having the same kind of fear and afraid of that connection, but we want to connect, but we're afraid what the other person may think of us. And as soon as you just look them in the eye, smile, and start talking, they're just like, oh, thank you, thank you for connecting with me. And yesterday I was out walking my dog and around the neighborhood, and you know oh, we were ordered to stay inside. Well, that didn't work. People want to connect. They want to be out with each other. We're taking the necessary precautions and all that. But I stopped and talked to neighbors, and everybody's just so willing to talk because they want that connection. They want to know that everything's okay there. And people were driving by, and I'd wave to them, and they'd wave to him. One guy was approaching me, and I just waved, and he was like, hey, and I said, okay, but put your hand on the wheel. It's okay, But he was just so desperate, like, oh, that connection. They just want to know that you're not scared of them. And we got to go out of our way, be willing to just, look them in the eye and smile and keep that connection because people are desperate for that. There's that underlying sense that they want to know that everything's okay there. And that's a cool thing about, there's going to be some really great things that come out of this whole virus. And it's going to expose a lot of the underbelly of corruption and the lack of leadership. Um, but what's going to happen is, speaking of leadership, is that we all have to take that responsibility and just be leaders by setting the example. A leadership, it doesn't mean getting a bunch of followers. That's a cult. We don't need any more of those. Real leadership means leading yourself, setting the example, live it, demonstrate it for others to follow. That's what people want. And, they're desperate for that. And so, teach others how to be a leader by learning how to lead themselves from fear to love, from fear to peace, from darkness to light, by being the light of the world yourself. Nobody can do that for you. Nobody can walk your path for you. And by following somebody, that doesn't do it for you either. You have to live it. You see too many examples of people that, people they want a leader, and they place that person on a pedestal, and then attack them when they don't live up to their expectations, or they are following that leader's lead, which is never a good thing. They're always going to, cause them uh, to separate from their fellow human beings and their countrymen. So we don't need that. We need to all step up as leaders to reconnect with each other, and that's going to be the cool thing that's going to come out of this. It's going to be a lot of really great ideas because they come out like it's exposing the lack of infrastructure with the internet because it's too much in corporate hands. The medical system is going to expose that as not the lacks in that, and what's also happening is families are spending more time together. They're like, that's going to be a good thing. And all those parents out there who are now spending a lot of time with their children, they're having a newfound appreciation for teachers. They really see what teachers are going through and having to put up with, or how important the teachers are. And so from that, I think we're going to see a lot more people saying, hey, you know what, our teachers are important. They deserve to be paid more, and they deserve more attention in the educational system. We got to redo this and get it right, and not cut the education budget, and not try to put it into private hands. But we can make this thing work for all of us. And so there's going to be some good things that come out of this. So my point is just be aware of your fellow human being and connect with them. Don't let that connection can only be lost if you decide to disconnect from your fellow human beings. And there's a lot of good people putting out a lot of good messages. And one guy I wanted to give a big shout out and check him out on YouTube. He's got a YouTube channel. It's called his Beau of the Fifth Column. Beau spelled Beau. And he's a voice of reason. And we need to listen to more people who are the voice of reason right now. And he's very intelligent. He's very well researched. He does his homework, and he destroys a lot of myths about a lot of things. I'm not sure how long he's had his YouTube channel, maybe a few years, but check him out, and kind of spread those kind of guys that are putting out good messages. Let's share this. We're going to learn how to share from all this too. That we've been a society that just takes too much, and now look what it's got. So this virus is not just a virus of the body. Is become a virus of the mind with all the fear too. So how do you heal that? Real healing happens at the level of the mind by learning how to live a better way, and that comes from our thoughts about each other, about ourselves, about society, and by living it. Otherwise, that virus is going to really infect your mind and cause us to do things that would not be good. So anyway, I just want to share that with y'all, and share your inspirations. If you get some, share that too. Oh yeah, also yesterday I was driving, went go pick up some mail for a friend of mine, and I was stopped at this red light in this little village area, and I just looked up to the right. There's a development. They were doing some remodeling on it, and in the window, they'll put signs, when that store is closed right now, and it said, "Good things are coming." So that is what's called StreetMail. Big shout out to my friend Angela for sharing that term with me years ago. But StreetMail is those messages we get. You may see it on a billboard. You may hear it in a song, or you may hear other people talking, and it's a message that comes to you that's for you in whatever form that is. So pay attention to the StreetMail. That's the universe. That's spirit. That's God sending us these messages of encouragement. So pay attention to your StreetMail, and be encouragement for others. Okay. Anyway, y'all have an excellent day, and be kind to each other. Talk to you later.